Hello students, good morning. Today we will discuss a new topic, identifiers in Java, and we will also discuss what are valid and what are invalid identifiers. So let us start. So let us discuss what is an identifier. An identifier is the name given to a variable, method, class or object in Java. Or you can say that identifier is the name given to the various parts of the program. In the program, you write class, then class name. So class, what is the name of the class? That is also an identifier. What is the name of the function which you are using in your program? That is also an identifier. Or if you are storing something in memory, that's also you create an identifier and then store it in a memory. So in simple words, we can say that it is the name used to identify something in a program. That's all. Now let us discuss some examples. Suppose I want to create a variable. Int age is equal to 15. So int is the data type, age is the variable name, and you are assigning the value 15. It means that this is an declaration plus initialization of a variable. So here age is an identifier. Again, if you give class and then name of the class is student, so here student is an identifier. So the name given to the various parts of the program is known as identifier. So now what are the rules for identifier? Suppose you want to define an identifier, then what rules you should follow? The first rule says that it should be a letter A to Z or capital A to Z, or you can start with underscore or a dollar sign. Any other special characters you cannot use to start your variable. Cannot start with a number. You cannot start it with a number. And cannot use Java words like int, class, public, etc. What are the keywords? Keywords means the special words. There are some words which are given a special meaning in a Java compiler. So those are known as Java keywords, like data types, int, or class, or public. These are all Java words. No special characters like underscore and at the rate, hash, percentage, and symbol. You cannot use any special character except underscore and dollar. Or it can contain digits, underscore and dollar, but it cannot start with a digit. It is a case sensitive. Capital H and this H are different variables. So it is a case sensitive language. Java is a case sensitive language. So students, here are the list of some valid identifiers. Total marks is a valid identifier. Underscore count is also a valid identifier because you can start a variable or identifier with underscore or dollar sign. Then student 1 is also correct because you can use digits, but it must not start with a digit. So student के बाद 1 आ रहा है, then it is okay. My name is also correct because all are alphabets. Net salary is also correct because you are using underscore. So these are some valid identifiers. Now in the next slide, we will discuss what are the various invalid identifiers. Now there are certain invalid identifiers. Invalid identifiers, why it is invalid identifier? Because the first number starts with a number, because that's why it is invalid. Class is a reserve word. My dash name, dash is not allowed, underscore is allowed. Total marks, बीच में space आ गया, that's why it is also invalid. At the rate value, this is also invalid because it starts with a special character at the rate, which is not allowed. Break is also a reserve word. So let us discuss an exam question. Identify the valid identifier out of the following. So there are 4 options are given: 9 net cell, net space cell, dollar net dash cell, and net underscore cell. So you can identify that because A is invalid because it starts with a digit. Second is invalid because space is there. In C part, dollar से start हो रहा है variable, that is okay, but net और cell के बीच में dash use कर लिया है, which is not allowed. Underscore is allowed. Net cell is okay क्योंकि it starts with alphabets, बीच में underscore आप use कर रहे हैं. So D is the correct answer. So in this lecture, we have covered what is an identifier, rules for writing other identifiers, and some examples of valid and invalid identifiers. So this is all about today's session. If you find this video helpful, like, share and subscribe to Sun Infotech Solutions for more videos. And in the next session, we will come up with the variables and data types in Java. Till that, goodbye and take care.